Good morning, Hertfordshire. My name is Chris, and I do the bras every Saturday at Stored Biltong. We love it down here. Come on in, come and join us. We'll take you for a tour of the day of what we do here at Stored Biltong. The thing about a braai is it's not just cooking some meat over a fire. It's about the social aspect and what it does for us as South Africans. It's how we solve all our problems, rugby and braais, and a bit of brandy, if you are that way inclined. Well, in South Africa, I obviously used to braai every single Saturday. There was, without fail, you have to braai. You're South African, it's what you do. But I didn't just braai on Saturdays. Like most of us in South Africa, we try braai as often as we can. Why? Again, the social aspect, because your friends come over, bring a cooler box, couple of beers, have a chat about the day. That's what braaiing means to South Africans. Okay, so today what we're doing is not just your traditional Boerewors and societies, as most of you have come to learn and love when you come down and visit us on a Saturday. We've got a BRAai Box menu happening here. So we've got the pork rashers, which is a staple of any South African braai. You know, you put those on when the coals are still hot, you have a little nibble before you even start on the main course. Because what is it in South Africa? It's meat. We love meat. You've got your standard Boerewors over here, which obviously is Boere, which is farmer technically, even though it's Afrikaans, and Wors, which is sausage, so Boerewors, farm sausage. We've got some Picanha steaks here. Well, in South Africa, as you know, we make every kind of steak. We do a rump, we do a fillet, we do a T-bone, properly salted, properly done marinated on the fire, and you love it. And then, of course, the staple, properly spiced lamb chops, thick cut. Just have a look at that. That is beautiful. That fat renders down beautifully on a fire, char grilled to perfection. You need a couple of onions on your boerie roll. We've got our little mealies inside there, cooked straight on the coals. Beautiful. And of course, relish, which goes with your sausages. And we make a bit of pup, bit of Creme pup. And you put your Sous in there, Sous, which is sauce, and you have pup and Sous with your braai, because that's the South African way. Okay, the charcoal has been poured. It was lit early this morning. Excuse all the ash flying up. So basically in South Africa, we prefer to braai with wood. The main reason is flavour. We've got Camille Doering in the shop. That is camel thorn in Britain, unfortunately, not the Afrikaans. We braai with coals, and sometimes we'll do wood on a weekend. The beautiful thing about wood in South Africa is you light that fire, and it takes forever, and that allows you to sit around, drink, socialise, catch up with friends. What I've learned since being in the UK for the last 20 months is they like to braai on gas. They call it a barbecue, and as we know, a barbecue is what you do when you go to a hairdresser. You stand in line and wait. That's a barbecue. What we do here is we braai, and that is what we are teaching the British public, braaiing. First of all, let's get our foiled mealie, or corn as they call it in the UK, into the coals. So that'll be cooking away as we do our meat, and it'll be ready when the meat is ready. Right, let's get our hands dirty today. First going on is our Boerewors, farm sausage, as we learned earlier.
That's a plan of ours. Next year we're looking to do the Cape Town Ultra Marathon, and then
Put a couple of scarp choppies, lamb chops, on the fire. The most important thing about going to a braai at a friend's house is you bring your own chop, your own dop, and your own pop. So that means your own chops, your own drink, and your own girlfriend, because you ain't taking anyone else's. Pop on a couple of steaks over here. What we like to do here is we just like to season them while they're on the fire. A lot of guys in South Africa will marinate their steak the night before, depending on what steak you're doing. A rump steak is beautiful if you make a marinade. Let it marinate for 24 hours in the fridge before. Put that on there, keep basting as you go. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with just seasoning as you go on the fire. Brings out the flavor of the meat, and the meat is the most important part.
I mean, everything where you can do, so, but there definitely will come a time in the future.
And of course, the favorites. Fire's nice and hot, a couple of nice pork rashers. On they go, listen to that sizzle. Oh, absolutely beautiful.
you're single.
Carl did, yes. But we're actually both single, but yeah.
Girls, go to the show.
It's called the Silver Lining Festival.
Yes, might have a silver lining.
Right, now the lazy man's way to do this is braai salt, which we do sell in the shop over here. Excuse my messy hands. The salt and the pepper together. So you could do it separately, but this just makes life a hell of a lot easier. On she goes. She crackles, she's angry. Oh, and these lamb chops, that fat is going to render down so beautifully as she comes through. Let's salt up this side.
So this song, basically the theme is, it doesn't really also have basically a love theme. It cannot be about anything. Your favorite place, your favorite...
Check on our mealie over there. Yeah, that's going nice and slow. Sometimes what I like to do is just give it a little turn. Cooks evenly. Off she goes. Well, I once heard Nigella Lawson say, where there's fat, there's flavour, which covers me. But where there's fat, there's flames as well. And that's how you know your braai is working. That fat is doing what it has to do. Get that char grill going through there. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice and hot. Some guys like their fire a little bit colder. I like to get it this way. We get that char through the meat, and that brings out the flavour. As long as you're constantly turning and looking after your meat will look after you.
More enjoyable, eh?
Nothing more enjoyable than a braai. And of course, there's a lot of debate on how to cook a steak. You know, how do we like it? Medium rare is as far as I would go, but some people do like it well done, and I've found that in Britain that seems to be the way. But nothing better than a nice, soft, gently cut piece of meat where that pink comes through. It is beautiful. Okay, that's where they can rest.
What's your personal favourite, Chris?
Look, I love a lamb chop. That's a game changer. But back at home, I used to every Saturday. So on a Friday night, I'd get home from work, tough week, and I'd marinate up a beautiful rump steak, and I'd do a little fillet as well, and invite the neighbours over. A couple of brandies, bit of a braai, bit of a chat. Yeah, but I'm South African, so all meat's my favourite, really. Right, let's get these off to rest. Essentially, you're taking it off a hot fire and the meat is still cooking through slightly. So you're taking it off just before it's getting to medium rare. You give a bit of a feel, that whole trick with your fingers. It's a bit of a feel as you go. You learn and you get experience from what's good. But it just carries on cooking through, and then that juice just seeps through over there. So when you do cut it, it is beautiful. How's our boerie going? Yeah. I put it on the cooler side of the fire. Give that a turn. Oh, beautiful. So the nice thing about a Boerewors is you can make them a little bit under. You know, some of us start by tasting our Boerewors raw because we can't wait to eat. But what they say is the perfect snap on a piece of Boerewors. So when you make it, you'll feel and you'll see it's ready to go. And that snap is just perfect. That's when you know it's going to be great. As it is, with a bit of pap and sauce, or on a Boerewors roll, a South African favorite. Right, water is on the fire here. Now, pap is a little bit of a contentious issue. Pap is porridge, is I suppose the direct translation. It's a ground down maize meal, a porridge, so to speak. In South Africa, certain people like it a certain way, others like it another way. There's a thing called krummelpap, which is an Afrikaans term which means crumble. So you can break it up with your hands. You can have it in the Sous, which is the sauce over there. The way I like to make it up is just get the water to simmer, get our Iwisa on here. Some people prefer ice. I love Iwisa. But put in there, bit of salt. Just let it work its way through, heat up, and the pap is perfect for me. And the trick then is just to stir it through. Get your consistency right. Nice and slow. We're not digging up roads here, so we're enjoying this. It's an experience. All braais are an experience. So there you can see it's the consistency of a porridge over here. The standard that we used to have porridge. But we'll just keep heating it through. It'll dehydrate slightly and it'll start to go into what's called krummelpap, as I said earlier, crumble. And you can pick it up with your hands and dip it in the sauce of the braai, or your meat sauce, whatever you've got on there. That's the way to do it. And then all I like to do is just pinch of salt in there. Nothing too fancy. That's all she needs. Nice decent heat, nice and slow, just keep stirring it, don't let it burn at the bottom, that's the main trick.
Visit rdnl.co.za and click on the store locator.
Right, that pap for me is ready, it's stiff, you can hold it with your hands. Let's get that off, get that into a bowl. Right, simple as that. There we've got the sauce, which really is just a relish. But these tomatoes are from Italy, as we like to tell everybody. All you do, get your sauce on there, pop and sauce. Simple as that. Give us a bit more there, Tubbs, we're not scared. Right. Over there. And you can't not get your hands dirty. Let's get the crack of the Boerewors. That's the way you want a piece of boerie done. Fantastic. I'm going to taste it because I can't help myself. Perfect.
Your car sitting pretty, just waiting for you, but not that the transit in today's easy working day.
Fabulous. Well, South Africans like to work hard and play hard. So on a Friday night, you'll go out and have a few, and you're getting ready for your braai. On a Saturday, the family's coming over. Get yourself a cream soba. The green ambulance, they call it, helps with a hangover. We kid, it's a beautiful drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you like what we do down here, come and visit us. Hit the like and subscribe button over there. We'd love to have you following us, and we can give you more content. All of these meats are available throughout the week. We obviously do biltong and all other South African products in the shop. We'd love to see you. And as I like to say, don't be a doer, be lekker. Come on down.